Welcome class. Today we are going to tackle about systems administration and maintenance. Imagine you are using your favorite mobile applications. Have you ever wondered who keeps those systems running 24/7 without crashing? Who ensures that your data is safe and that the servers don't overheat or get hacked? That is the world of systems administration and maintenance. Today we are going to pull back the curtain and look at the hidden heroes of the IT world. This isn't just about fixing computers, it's about managing the entire digital ecosystem that keeps businesses, hospitals, and schools alive. By the end of this lecture, you'll understand why this field is the actual backbone of everything we do online. Let's dive into our specific goals for this session. Before we start our journey, let's look at our roadmap. First, we need to define what systems administration actually is. We'll move past the jargon to the core concepts. Second, we will discuss the SysAdmin, the person behind the keyboard. What do they actually do every day? Is it all just typing code? Spoilers? No, it's much more interactive. Third, we'll look at the different environments, from physical servers in a room to the invisible cloud systems, like those used by Netflix or Spotify. Fourth, we'll talk about proactive maintenance, which is the art of fixing things before they break. Finally, we will touch upon the safety nets of it, user management and disaster recovery. If you like solving puzzles and being the person everyone relies on, you're going to love this topic. To get us started, let's define our main subject. So, what exactly is systems administration? In simple terms, it is the management of a multi-user computing environment. Think of it like being a building manager. A building manager doesn't just fix a leaky pipe, they ensure the electricity is on, the elevators are safe, the front door is locked at night, and the tenants are happy. In it, the tenants are the software and the users. If you've ever played an online multiplayer game like Mobile Legends or Valorant, and the server goes down for maintenance, that's the sysadmins at work. Their job is to ensure uptime, which means the system is always available when you need it. They also care about performance, making sure the system doesn't lag, and security, making sure no one breaks into the building. It's a balancing act of keeping things fast, safe, and always on. Now that we know what it is, let's look at who does it. The person who does all this is called a system administrator, or SysAdmin for short. As a BSIT student, this is a career path many of you might take. A SysAdmin is often a jack of all trades. 1 hour they might be unboxing a $10,000 server and installing it in a rack. The next hour they might be looking at a health dashboard, which is like the speedometer and warning lights on a car's dashboard, to see if a server is running too hot. They are the ultimate detectives. When a system is slow, they have to find out if it's a network issue, a hardware failure, or a software bug. And interestingly, a huge part of their job is writing things down. If they fix a problem, they document it so that if it happens again, they or their teammates know exactly what to do. The best sysadmins are invisible. If they are doing their job perfectly, the users never even know they exist because nothing ever goes wrong. But what exactly are they managing? Not all systems are created equal. As an admin, you'll manage different tiers of technology. First, there are workstations. These are the PCs or laptops used by employees in an office. Then, we have servers. Think of a server like a supersized version of your PC that never sleeps. While your laptop is designed for one person to watch a movie, a server is designed for 1,000 people to access a database at the same time. To save money and space, we use virtualization. This is like taking one big house and turning it into 5 separate apartments. Each apartment or virtual machine thinks it is its own house, but they all share the same foundation. Finally, there's the cloud. When you save a photo to Google Photos or iCloud, you aren't saving it to the air. You are saving it to a server managed by an admin in a massive data center somewhere else. Whether it's a physical box under a desk or a virtual server in the cloud, an admin must know how to talk to it. To manage these systems, you need an operating system, OS. In the world of administration, there are 2 main giants, Windows and Linux. Most of you use Windows on your personal laptops. Windows Server looks very similar. It has buttons, icons, and a mouse cursor, which makes it easier to learn. It is the standard for offices because it's great at managing office users and printers. However, if you look at the servers running the internet, the ones running Google, Facebook, or Amazon, they are almost all running Linux. Linux is a bit intimidating for beginners because it often has no desktop. It's just a black screen with white text where you type commands. Why use it? Because it's incredibly fast, free open, source, and it rarely crashes. As its students, you'll want to learn both. Think of Windows as an automatic car that's easy to drive, and Linux as a manual sports car that gives you total control if you know how to shift the gears. One of the most frequent tasks for an admin is managing users. Imagine a new employee joins a bank. The sysadmin has to create their account. But wait, Should that new employee be allowed to see everyone's bank balance? Probably not. This is where permissions come in. We use the principle of least privilege. This means we give you the minimum amount of access you need to do your work. It's like a hotel key card. Your card gets you into the front door and your specific room, but it won't let you into the manager's office or someone else's suite. We also handle authentication, which is proving you are who you say you are. This is why we use multi-factor authentication. MFA, where you get a code on your phone after typing your password. It adds an extra layer of, "Are you sure this is you?" to keep hackers out. But even with the best users, systems can still fail, which brings us to maintenance. Have you ever been in the middle of a project and Windows suddenly says, "Restarting in 10 minutes for updates"? It's annoying, right? But for a sysadmin, those updates, called patches, are life savers. Software is written by humans, and humans make mistakes. These mistakes create bugs or vulnerabilities that hackers can use. Patching is like fixing a hole in a fence before a wolf gets through. We also do scheduled maintenance. We don't update the school's enrollment system at 10 a.m. on Monday when everyone is using it. We do it at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. This is the oil change for it. We also check the hardware. Servers generate a lot of heat, and dust is the enemy. A physical cleaning is just as important as a software update. If we don't maintain the system, it will eventually crash. And when it crashes, we need a plan to get it back. In the world of it, it's not a matter of if a system will fail, but when a hard drive might die, a room might flood, or a virus might encrypt all your files. This is why we have backups. Think about your phone. If you lost it today, would you lose all your photos? If you use iCloud or Google Drive, you have a backup. For businesses, we use the 3-2-1 rule. We keep 3 copies of the data on 2 different types of storage, with at least 1 copy in a completely different city. That way, even if the main building burns down, the data is safe somewhere else. Disaster recovery is the actual fire drill. It's a document that says, if the server dies, step 1 is this, step 2 is that. It's the difference between a company going out of business and a company being back online in an hour. To prevent these disasters, we must also build a strong shield. Maintenance isn't just about keeping things running, it's about keeping things safe. We call this system hardening. When you buy a new Wi-Fi router, the password is often something simple, like admin 123. A sysadmin's first job is to change that. Hardening is the process of making a system tougher for hackers. It's like moving into a new house and making sure every window has a lock, the alarm is set, and the bushes are trimmed, so no one can hide in them. We use firewalls to act as a security guard at the gate, checking everyone's ID before they enter the network. We also use encryption, which scrambles data, so that even if a hacker steals a file, they can't read it. It would just look like gibberish to them. By reducing the attack surface, we make it much less likely that a system will be compromised. But how do we know if we are being attacked right now? To be a good admin, you need to be a bit of a helicopter parent for your servers. You are constantly monitoring them. We use dashboards that show us the vital signs of the system. Is the CPU, the brain, working too hard? Is the RAM, the short-term memory, full? If a server gets too hot or a disk is almost full, the system sends an alert, usually an urgent text message or email, to the sysadmin's phone. This allows the admin to fix the issue before the users even notice. We also look for bottlenecks. Imagine a 4-lane highway that suddenly narrows to 1 lane. That's a bottleneck. Traffic jams happen there. In it, if your internet is fast, but your hard drive is slow, your system will feel laggy. Our job is to find that 1-lane road and widen it. This is how platforms like Shopee or Lazada handle millions of shoppers during an 11 to 11 inches or 12 to 12 inches sale without crashing. We've covered a lot of ground today. Let's wrap it up. We learned that systems administration is the invisible force that keeps our digital lives running. We saw that the sysadmin is a versatile professional who handles everything from unboxing hardware to writing complex scripts. We talked about the importance of the operating system, whether it's the user-friendly Windows or the powerful command line Linux. We emphasize that security isn't a one-time thing. It's a constant process of hardening and patching. And finally, we realize that having a backup isn't optional. It's a requirement for survival in the modern world. If you enjoy knowing how things work under the hood and you want a career where every day is a different puzzle, systems administration is for you. Now, let's see if you can apply these concepts to some real-world thinking. And see you on the next video.